Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Mirra Andreeva. This will be a shorter press conference, so we will go straight in with a question. Neil?
Yeah, hi Mira. Tell us what's been the best thing about being a Grand Slam champion over the last few weeks? What have you enjoyed most? What's been the best experience?
I would say, obviously, the feelings that I've experienced after winning for the first day and for a couple of more days after that were incredible. And I really want to try and experience them again. So that's kind of a little addiction that I think a lot of players have after winning. So that's going to be my goal to try and, I don't know, try and repeat that and to experience those feelings again.
Feel ready to do that here?
I will try, I'm not gonna set any expectations on myself because I feel like when I do that, sometimes it kind of goes downhill. So I'm just gonna try to, I don't know, set my focus on how I'm gonna play every match that I get to play here.
When you hear that statistic, 9 different champions of the last 9 Wimbledons, and you're obviously also seeking one, what might that do for your motivation coming here knowing that you could be the 10th?
Well, to be fair, like I didn't know that statistic, so I obviously didn't think about it before. But I wouldn't say that, knowing that something would change for me. It wouldn't change how I approach practices or matches. I would just still try to focus on what I always focus on, try to do my best on the court, follow the game plan, fight and try to win matches.
Why do you think that is that there is a different winner each year for so long?
Honestly, I don't know, but I feel like that's what makes it interesting because, you never know who's gonna win, and it's just very entertaining to watch tennis because obviously, every year there could be a different champion, and for me, it's just very exciting. If I would be, watching tennis, it would just be very exciting on who's gonna win this year, and I would just be following a lot.
Hi, Mira. I know you keep a notebook with inspirational quotes from other athletes and other people in pop culture. Now that you've won a Grand Slam, will you start putting some of your own quotes in there potentially?
Well, maybe, I don't know. I didn't come up with any quotes myself yet. But the quotes and sentences that I use are coming from, a great athletes from different sports. Some quotes come from my psychologist as well. So I didn't come up with any quotes myself yet, but maybe in the future I will.
Thanking myself. Quoting.
Well, no, maybe I don't think I would do that. That's, I only use it whenever I win the tournament at the end of my speech, but I wouldn't put it in the notebook. I don't think so.
Hi Mirra, I always think it's tough for Roland Garros champions that you get the least time of all of the slams to just enjoy being a Grand Slam champion before you have to get serious again and focus on the next one. In an ideal world, would you rather this was coming a few weeks later and you could just revel in what happened in Paris for a bit longer?
I've been thinking about that, and I felt like timing wise, obviously, I would have wanted to have a little bit more time, but that's how the schedule is. That's how the calendar is on tour, and I just had to go with it. And I had some short but very sweet time with my family. We've just rested. I didn't play tennis for a couple of days, but then after, obviously, I had to get back to practice. But I do think that even if maybe Wimbledon would have been a little bit further away, timing-wise, I would have still maybe came back to practice maybe around the same time. So I don't know. That's okay for me.
Hi, Mirra. Congratulations on Roland Garros. I'm wondering if just being on the grounds of a Grand Slam, now having won one, if the vibes feel different, knowing that you can actually win one of these titles.
I wouldn't say that. Obviously, every time that I come to the tournament, I come knowing that, maybe I will be able to win the tournament. And when I actually did win a Grand Slam, I just felt like, yay, I was very happy. But now nothing's really changing for me. I don't know. My vision of how I approach, as I said, practices, matches, or just, everyday life didn't change much.
congratulations from players on the grounds?
Yeah, actually, I still get a lot of congratulations. Today, for example, the other day I got congratulations from Karen, I got Jacqueline, Christian, Andre, Coco. So, a lot of different players that I see, I don't know, on the practice side still, congratulate me. And that's just very nice to see and to hear that from a lot of different players. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, very sweet for me.
Joe?
Hi Mirra. Serena Williams is back at Wimbledon. How much was Serena an inspiration to you? And did you ever think you would be in a singles draw with Serena Williams at a Grand Slam?
Honestly, I would never think of that. Of course, I was watching her matches when I was younger, and of course, I was, following what she does and, cheering for her when she would win those Grand Slams. But I would never think that I would actually play the same tournament as her. And when I arrived on site and I was warming up for my practice and they were doing the draw ceremony, and I was watching like this because obviously I don't think that anyone in the draw would have wanted to play against Serena. And well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I wouldn't want to play against Serena. I would be just very nervous, but I just think that it's amazing that she came back and now she's she came back for doubles, but now she's gonna play singles as well. It's just, I don't know, it's incredible to see.
Yeah.
So having won Roland Garros, obviously you did a lot of things right. What are some of the things that you think you might be able to take here that perhaps on your mental game, and on the physical side and the tennis side that can take you really far here?
Well, I think that mentally I've kind of improved since the beginning of Roland Garros and maybe to the middle of the tournament. Obviously, in the beginning, I was very, very nervous and a little bit all over the place with my emotions. And then after, I don't know, somehow I was able to really put my focus on what I have to do. And I think that that's what I'm gonna try to take from Paris into here, that no matter what happens, I'm just gonna try to focus on every single point that is ahead of me. What happened, it's in the past. And I'm just gonna try to, I don't know, focus on every single point that I have to play. Okay, I'm happy to do one last question.
Hi, coming into Wimbledon, what are you most looking forward to when the first round starts in the tournament? What part of Wimbledon excites you the most?
Well, I'm always super excited to come to London because it has that different vibe. You live in a house, you don't live at a hotel. I like that I don't see, the faces of those players every day. Obviously that's a joke, no offense to players, but it's just that we spend so much time together. Sometimes it's nice that you don't also live at the same place, but it's just very special to walk around the grounds while there's also not a lot of people. You just get to, I don't know, walk around the courts and feel the atmosphere, see those amazing flowers also all around the courts, and I don't know, it just has that different atmosphere. Very traditional tournament. I'm just always super excited and super happy to play here.